Hi, this is Tino. No strangers to the blues world, incredible artists who have just launched an incredible new um, educational tool or program, I would say. Today's the very first day you can actually pre-order it, but the release will be May 14th, correct?
Yeah.
And it's called Lightning's Lessons. So tell us a little bit about Lightning's Lessons. Why is it even called that?
Okay. Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for listening. Well, Lightning's Lessons started off with, I guess, a vision, a goal, and being a performer and songwriter, I've always thought it would be amazing to bring two worlds together, and basically teaching preschoolers to first grade, starting with the young kids and their parents. So, teaching young kids their preliminary lessons, like their shapes, their directions, but doing it in a really fun, interactive way. So, second fold is to teach them, again, preliminary lessons. And secondly, to introduce and excite and create or ignite. So I'm trying to say an early love for roots blues music. So this record, along with lyrical sing along books, allows kids and their parents to be very involved and interactive with these songs. So we're teaching them life preliminary lessons while also teaching them blues music. What does it sound like? What is it? Who's involved? Who are the musicians? So with Doug and I got together and brought this vision to life. And we've hired a bunch of our amazing friends and all stars in the blues business. And they're singing and performing on this record. And we're just so excited. So that's it in a nutshell.
And the name, where does the name come from? Curious.
So growing up, I not only what I only not only had an amazing love for roots blues and southern rock music because of my parents, but we also had a lot of animals, and I had a lot of pets. So one of them, of many, was a rabbit, and his name was Lightning. So I called him Little Lightning, and Lightning for some reason always stuck with me my whole life. And I have a production kind of company called Little Lightning Productions, and now we've got Lightning's Lessons, and our host of Lightning's Lessons is our rabbit. So that's how the name started.
Can you talk a little bit about the characters? So are all these characters, are they fictional characters, or some of them are based on real life animals?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of them are based on my experiences and Doug's too, for that matter. So, for example, we have in the songs we have friends and families, kind of, our friends and yeah, character names or animal pet names that we've had through our lives. So you'll kind of see, like in the ABC song, we've got Sally the salamander, or O is for orange otter, and I used to swim on the orange otter swim team when I was little. So there's a bunch of things kind of weaved in and out of all of these songs that mean something to us in a very personal way. Um, a lot of there's one song called "The Big Blue Tractor," which was inspired by Doug's son, and he loves tractors. And Doug could tell us that story. But yeah, a lot of the characters, we have Miss Earthy, we have Freddie the Frog, who is I had Freddie the Frog. I had frogs. Anyways, that's a whole other story. But so we have a song for Freddie the Frog and all the various characters. We have about 9 or 10 characters that we're going to be introducing, and they will take you on this journey along with Little Lightning. And we're just so excited it's finally here. Yeah.
Doug, I'm curious about the blue tractor.
Cool. So the hello everybody, and thanks for tuning in. Tuning in, by the way. And Tino, thanks for doing this really fun interview from representing music you can see. It's really awesome. So the Blue Tractor, I have a 6-year-old son who's just the most amazing person in the world. And I would say a couple years ago, I had bought him a pretty big tractor. It was a big blue tractor, and He absolutely loved it. He wanted to play with it all the time, bring it, most places that he was allowed, and it was like his toy, and it was just cool to see that this toy was such like a thing that he wanted around. And so Sherry and I were, Sherry had talked about her dream of doing a children's book and children's music, and we started writing these songs, and the Big Blue Tractor came to life. We started writing this song, and it was so fun, and it teaches these uh, great ideas of for kids to use your imagination, kind of like my son was, or any child when they play with a toy. It's all about imagination, and so we started. I mean, Sherry will say it was the most amazing time writing these songs, like the Big Blue Tractor, because as a father, to see a child like so using their imagination, and like you don't. I mean, it's just really fun, and then you help as a parent create more imagination for them, and yeah, that kind of blossomed and catapulted a lot of these influences and songs for us, and it was
A lot of the songs, like Doug is saying, require, or not require, but were written to allow the kids to participate, or whoever's listening for that matter. So whether you're snapping your fingers, you can, teach kids how to snap their fingers. That's semi-musical, right? Clap your hands, clap on the beat. So we want to teach them to, clap on the beat, repeat the chorus. So a lot of these songs, like I said, will get children or whoever's listening, to participate. So they are learning to a point where they don't even realize that they're learning. They're singing the songs, and if they have the lyric book in front of them with their parents or their school teacher, they're going to be learning new words. So they're going to learn how to read. They're going to learn how to write. They're going to learn, obviously, what song and music is about. Hopefully, because like I said, we're trying to inspire them on multiple levels with this project. So this is a really exciting time, and we hope that this will allow us to go to the next volume and the next volume. So
So the age group, it seems like this has been child tested already, but the age group for this, like, who are the target?
go ahead, Doug.
we're definitely targeting pre-K to first graders. Um, that volume one is for that age group. So we are teaching 1 through 10 days of the week, months of the year, the 4 seasons, using your imagination, the ABCs. If I didn't say it already, 1 through 10. Eating your vegetables is the right thing to do. And what else? What other song titles do we have for that?
North, south, east, and west.
North,
Yeah.
south, east, and west. In fact, while we're talking, I'm going to pull up, on the website where the song list is, kind of like, so we can give an idea of where kind of what this is all about.
So we have a lot of, as you'll see, a lot of, like we mentioned, the all stars, which are our friends and people who we really admire in the business. For example, I mentioned Freddie the Frog. This song is the 10th track on the CD, and the reason we put it on number 10 is it's more of a story. So, Shamika Copeland was wonderful enough to be our voice on this song, and she will take the children or the listener on a journey of a blues story. So Freddie the Frog, she sees Freddie the Frog down by the river, and she's hears him singing his song, and he's just so joyful. She is captivated by him. Well, Freddie the Frog hops up next to her and tells her a story about the blues, and now she's going to share it with the world. So she couldn't have been a more perfect person, because obviously she reaches a lot of people, and in her blues with her music, and with her history and her parents, father's musical history. She's been in this business a long time. So she was perfect for the song, and she does an amazing job. So it teaches the kids just a very light, quick story, to hopefully get them to, again, pique their interest, to not only look into like Shamika and all the other artists that we have on this record, which we can, mention to you, but to hopefully that the parents and these children will, like I said, ignite a love for this kind of music. And who are these musicians? So That's what we're trying to do, keep the blues alive and keep this kind of music alive.
Yeah, I think the parents will probably be pretty curious too, and might end up getting enlightened on some of these incredible blues artists. Speaking of, you have like the best of the best, this all-star lineup of blues artists. Want to speak a little bit about like Jimmy Vivino, um,
Yeah.
you
Go
know,
ahead, Doug.
Tommy Castro,
So
you two.
it was really a neat kind of creation because, again, Shari, this was her concept and her idea, and I'm just a person that cares about her and was like wanting to be up. It was just an amazing situation that I wanted to help create. So with that being said, when it came time to like put these songs to live musicians, playing it and recording them, uh, I made a call to Chris Vachon. I was in Roomful of Blues for 10 years, and Chris Vachon's the band leader of Roomful of Blues. And I said, my girlfriend and I are doing a uh, children's book and with music, and we have the music kind of ready, but we need to record it. And he said yes, and so we fly to Rhode Island to his studio, and we get Chris Vachon playing guitar and Chris Anzalone, the drummer from Roomful, playing drums on all the songs, and I'm actually playing bass on the songs, and Shari singing the vocals, and we started tracking with like with one of the world's greatest rhythm sections, just with the notoriety of a 54-year-old band like Roomful. But then to fast forward, we got the basic core rhythm tracks, and we started calling our friends. And COVID did allow that because the touring industry stopped. We all were just not working. And so as we have the kind of the ability to make these phone calls, and Shari and I were going through our friend list and being like, hey, we got this kids project and we'd love you to be a part of it. Before we could finish the sentence, everybody was like open arms. We'd love to do it. Curtis Salgado, Big Lou Johnson, Jimmy Vivino, Duke Robillard, Ray Green, who sings with Tower Power or used to, and now he's with Santana. I mean, like, it's just amazing. Laura Chavez, John Namath, Victor Wainwright, and so it's like it just kept snowballing, and the support we continue to get is just awesome. And Shari, if you want to add to that, it was that's how this kind of evolved.
No, you hit the nail on the head, and it's been so fun. And some people that we've allowed to listen to a few snippets here and there were so fascinated by the cast of artists that we've have on the record. They said, well, gosh, did you write the songs first, or did you have the artist first, or because it actually just evolved in such an amazing way. For example, one of the songs, the last track is our bonus track, and it's called PU. And it's the last track in the bonus track because it's not necessarily a learning lesson, but it's fun and light. And as we know, Doug can attest to, when you have a young child, they find it hilarious. Uh, you know, when people have a natural gas problem, they, they think farting's fun and hilarious. So that's what PU, which P is the name of our sheep, which a female sheep is a ewe, hence the name PU. So that song evolved and became super fun and hilarious. And I couldn't think of anybody better than Big Lou Johnson, the voice of Blues Radio, Bluesville, Sirius Radio, because his voice is so rich and full and just deep. And we've got Ramsey, who's the sheep, this just cool, like, big voice, sheep kind of looking guy. And so he's the sheep. And then we've got Ramsey's background singers, the Uettes. So Vanessa Collier is playing saxophone on that song, and she's also one of the Uettes with me. So it's just been a lot of fun. The songs just seem to naturally work out where, like Doug mentioned, John Nemeth is singing 1 to 10. His voice couldn't have been more perfect for that song. Victor Wainwright is singing a Southern Cajun style song called North, South, East, West.
With that boogie
Right up his
woogie piano,
alley.
it's awesome.
Yeah, boogie woogie piano. Doug is playing trumpet. Curtis Salgado and Duke Robillard are on the A.B. Sneeze record, which, again, getting back to my animals growing up, I had guinea pigs. So A.B. Sneeze is about Go-Go the guinea pig, who has a cold, but he's going to help you with Curtis Salgado to teach you your ABCs in a different way than we grew up on that ABC song. We're going to change that song and make this one the song to be. So, yeah, the people that we have, Victor Wainwright is performing guitar, obviously, on a song called Days and Months with Leon Spradley, an amazing, beautiful blues singer.
Victor Wainwright. No, that's Jimmy Vivino on that one. On Days and Months, Jimmy Vivino's playing guitar on that one.
Yeah, I thought. Anyways, yeah. So it's just been a lot of fun, and yeah.
Where did you record? I mean, how did you record on the East Coast, the West Coast? Did you fly to where all these musicians were? How'd you do this?
No, like Doug was saying, I mean, you know, the slight, small, fortunate thing that worked out. Not that COVID was in by any sense a good situation at all, but we were able to get a hold of people, and it worked out just because only if they really had a recording studio at home. So everybody was doing it out of their homes and delivering us their tracks. So pretty much if you didn't have a recording studio, it wasn't really going to work out, but it worked out because we got a hold of everybody, and everybody, like Doug said, was just so enthusiastic and wanted to be a part of it. We really hope this is a big deal. What?
There was a really cool, there's been so many, but one that definitely sticks out. When Tommy Castro, one of the artists, obviously on this exciting CD that we're pre-releasing today, everybody, today.
Get your order today.
At the end of the track, you know, his smile is so big, you know, and just so cool. And at the end of the take, he starts just like laugh, like a laughter of enjoyment. Like it was just fun to hear this song. And like we had so many moments where like even Leon Spradley singing the Days and the Months, and just to hear John Namath, the excitement that they were having, the fun they were having doing this was really fun to hear as we were getting these tracks in. You know, COVID didn't allow us to, you know, go to the studios or bring people to us, you know, and thank God for technology. But it was just so cool to see all the positive energy supporting this.
Yeah.
I think you're on mute, maybe.
I'm sorry. Use the term multi-platform. What like I see that, you know, like the illustrations, I mean, just are like second to none. I mean, the illustrations are just really up there. I mean, PBS quality.
Great, thanks. Yeah.
Is it going to be a physical book? Is it going to be, you know, on an iPad? How are the illustrations?
Yeah, it is multi-platform. For example, you know, today you can put your pre-order in for any type of the music platform. So you get a physical CD, digital download, or vinyl.
Even vinyl. Wow.
Even vinyl. We're releasing vinyl. I'm so excited. And I'll tell you about that first in a second. But and also, yes, 2 lyrical songbooks. We had to split it up because it got so big. We were just advised that it's best to split it up into 2 books. So we have book 1, 5 songs. Book 2 is 5 songs plus 1 bonus track. So it's really best to buy both. Sorry about that, but you know, that's the way it is. So yeah, so it's kind of multi-platform. So while you're either watching your iPad, reading the book, you can have the audio playing on your cell phone or whatever device, your Bluetooth device that you have set up at your house, or your old school CD record, CD player, I mean, or record player. So yeah. It's a dynamic learning experience.
I think as a child, my growing up was all hi-fi, you know, doing, you know, records. That's how I learned all my kid songs.
Yeah. Yep. Me too. I mean, I still have one of my 2 all-time favorite actually 3 of them. I have a vinyl of Free to Be You and Me, which loved that vinyl record, and I still have it. And of course, Schoolhouse Rock, right? We all remember that. And then there was what was the third one? Oh my gosh, I'm brain farting. Anyways, I can't think of it right now because I'm just so excited. But there's just so many reasons why this is so exciting that it's finally here. Something I've really wanted to do for a long time. So we want to thank Derek LeBoy did all of our amazing illustrations, and David Carey is doing our mixing. We've got Matt Day and Mike DiBiase, who's doing a lot of our animated creation. We're bringing lightning to life. Pretty soon, he'll be talking and walking around your screen, so that's so exciting.
Chris
And
Vachon for kind of getting the core of this all.
Engineer.
Yeah, the core, the engineer doing this from the beginning for sure. And of course, all of our musician friends that have been gracious to be a huge part of bringing great music to young people, young learners. So
Travis Colby, Mike Dansero, Eugene Gorski, Scotty Miller. I don't know if we mentioned him. Nick Sanfilippo, right? Cody Nelson. Mm-hmm. So many people.
Definitely an all-star. I mean, like Doug, you're a Grammy-nominated musician. I mean, not very many musicians can say that. So the quality of the musicianship, obviously blues is the high quality. And then you've got somebody like Doug, who's even a Grammy nominated. Talk a little bit about what was the Grammy nomination for?
So it was Victor Wainwright is the credibility for that. And his album got Victor Wainwright and the Train got nominated for Best Contemporary Blues Album of the Year 2 years ago. And, due to his dedication for great music and putting a great team together, kind of like this album that we're putting out with him, a part of it. It's like, yes, that level of musicianship, like the Grammys, with Victor's band and so many others. There's many other Grammy nominated people on this album, and so you're listening to music of the highest level. The Grammys are the highest musical accomplishment that any musician can ever receive or get nominated for. So to have that and be able to add that level to the children's record that we're doing, Little Lightning's Lessons, it's pretty awesome. And so, yeah, I'm one that is so blessed to be a part of a team of similarity, and we want to get this in front of everybody. All I can say is that personally, when I was young, I can remember when I was in kindergarten, the mats were on the floor. It was like winding down, almost like taking a nap time. And the teacher wheels in the cart with the TV, and she puts in the video cassette she said, today we're going to learn about the blues and music. And, my ears perked up naturally. And I remember literally the first thing that came on the television, the first sound was B.B. King. And I remember hearing his guitar playing, and I remember hearing his voice and just loving every second of what I was hearing. And everyone, so the kids were just like, this is cool. I was like, my life changed. I wanted to be a musician at that point. I wanted that. Like, it totally got me. And so I share that because, yes, with the Grammy team, the Grammy nomination, with the team of musicians that we have of all of amazing talent, Shari and I want to share, and the musicians on the album want to influence kids like that. We want to be that kind of inspiring music or song or dance that this record will bring to kids, like it had for me personally, and like to us, to Shari and I. That's really important. So yeah.
Yeah, and like I also, sorry, Etta James was a big deal for me growing up. I mean, I had a cassette of hers and probably burned it because I played it so many times. So we want kids to know what good music sounds like, know what good musicians, how it makes you feel. I mean, I'll never forget how I felt as a young kid listening to all this music. I do thank my parents for that too, but so we're trying to help that along. Sorry, you were going to say.
To this generation, you are those giants. You're the next generation of them, blues artists. And I'm glad there's another generation of blues artists to keep the genre going.
Yeah, we want to, as they say, keep the blues alive, and just support the good music and the good cause of, real authentic musicians and trying to really make it happen.
And that's kind of to bring it even further for all those listening. And again, thank you for tuning in, and to Music You Can See for interviewing us. And check out lightningslessons.com. But what you're going to get with this product, right, is let's say you're a parent or a teacher and you buy this CD or book. We all know there's plenty of children's music out there that is, I don't know if we would all say it's awesome. The thing you will get with our album, this children's record, is it appeals to everyone. Like the kids love it. My 6-year-old absolutely loves it. He dances, he snaps his fingers, he does the shape dance, he twirls, he sings the songs. Like I'm like, how did you know the lyrics? And he's learning. But as a parent and the people we've kind of just shared this with, you're gonna love it too. I mean, you're hearing the greatest blues people ever. So it appeals to everybody, and that's what another thing is we want to share as the attraction is like you're going camping or you're in your car, you're going for a car ride. You're gonna want to hear this. It's something you're gonna want to listen to
Yeah,
with your kids.
absolutely. And you could sing along with your favorite blues all-star. And another thing
Oh,
too, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying
Good
another
thought.
thing too, in addition to what Doug's saying is, we also feel that this record and books could really be beneficial in any type of program with learning disabilities, no matter what age. So it could be, brought into a curriculum or part of a just a fun experience because, like I said, it gets you up, it gets you participating, and you know singing along. So we think it could really help in that area also.
Yeah, I think a lot of the curious parents are going to be enlightened too. I don't know how depth most adults' knowledge is of the blues, but I know it came later in life for me. And, that's another area I think that this music's going to grab is going to grab the adults.
Yeah,
And
I
they're going
think
to go,
so too.
wow, who are these guys? Who are these artists? So today's the pre-order. The website is lightningslessons.com, correct?
Lightningslessons.com. Yes.
And they can order as of now today, the 26th of March, Friday, and it will be actually available to ship in May on the 14th, I believe, correct?
Yes, yes. And the books, lyrical books will be shortly after that. We should know in the next week when those are going to be ready for pre-order, but pretty soon.
Nice.
I just put the website so everyone could see it, and the QR code. You can scan this QR code, uh, which will bring you basically right to the website for those watching right now. And
Yeah.
but yeah, very exciting.
And if
And
anybody
I
has
think
any
that the
questions, they
graphics,
can.
I'm sure you a lot of the graphics during the interview. That
Oh yeah.
really grabbed me as well. It was just such quality as the music, so was the graphics. And it looked very, well polished, really pristine.
Thank you.
Cool. Really appreciate that. We do have a little slideshow on the website that'll take you through all the lessons, as we're calling them, the songs, the lyrical sing-along songs or lessons. So we have a slideshow that kind of shows you some of the illustrations.
But Doug, Shari, I just can't wait to see the results of this because I got real curious when I'm on your band's mailing list, and about a
Yeah.
week ago you sent out a email like, can you keep a secret? And right away that just got my curiosity. I had to look and see, and then it was really surprising. Wow, where did this come from? Because I've seen you perform many times, the NAM show, and at different venues. Um, I've even been at the studio when you recorded,
Yeah.
and then to see you do this kind of like this, this labor of love, passion that you have. I'm looking forward to like 5 years from now, back and seeing where Lightning's Lessons has gone.
It's going to be on children's programming on TV.
I could see it. I could see it. Yeah, I could see it become live animation. Absolutely.
I absolutely do. And I hope it does because I really think it could be really fun, entertaining, beneficial, and educational too. So,
And definitely to all those watching, stay tuned because Shari and I are going to be uh, you know, we got some ideas up our sleeves, and we have some really fun people who are going to be, you know, talking about the behind the scenes and their experience recording these fun songs, and we're excited to share that with everybody, and really appreciate Music You Can See. And Tino, thank you for the time for doing the interview.
Yeah.
And we just
Great to see you.
appreciate all the fans and our families and our friends that have really helped kind of catapult this to make Shari's dream to come to life.
Cool. Well, Doug, Shari, it's been a
Yay.
pleasure. For Music You Can See, go right now to lightningslessons.com and get your pre-order in. You won't
Awesome.
regret it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.